Hey guys, it's Bonnie from Boulder Bond. Welcome back. Now I have been planning for many years, so I have picked up a lot of planner trends along the way. So I thought it would be fun to share with you some of the planner things that I used to do in my planner and no longer do anymore. Now before I get started, of course, I want to say if you guys still do these things in your planner, I am totally not judging. I did these things because it really made me happy at the time. They just no longer work for me, or I should probably pick them back up again because I'm sure there's some habits that I let go that I need to start doing again. So let's go ahead and get started. So if you guys have been following my channel since I started doing Plan With Me videos, you'll remember I got the first Erin Condren where on the sidebar it had these adorable little polka dots separating the sidebar from the weekly pages. Now of course I got into the planning trend where we would cover up that cute little polka dot sidebar with washi. So I did that every single week, probably until they came out with the new planner and they took away all of the cute polka dots, which was kind of funny because I was so bummed that they took away the polka dots, and in retrospect I just like covered them up anyway. So that is one thing I don't do anymore. Along with that, I also used to cover up all of the headers. So this was way before Etsy shops came out and made their own headers to put on top of the Erin Condren headers. So I had to come up with a fun little way to cover up the headers, especially if I was doing like a themed Plan With Me and I wanted everything to be cohesive. I would take this thin little piece of washi and then take an Erin Condren ruler and make my own little headers with the washi tape. And guys, that took a long time because you had to place it down, and me, of course, being a perfectionist, had to make sure that the washi covered perfectly over the header and then slice it to cover up every single morning, day, and night header that there were in the Erin Condren. So let me know down below if you guys used to do the same thing. So another thing I used to do in my planner is cover it up with all these very large Dairy sticker books. You know, the ones that you can get at Michael's for like $1, or even the Target dollar spot sticker books. And I would just cover it up with these cute little kid-like stickers and put them all over the planner. Again, this was before like Etsy stickers were really a thing, so I was just trying to make like decorative stickers in my planner. Also, I didn't really plan a whole lot in my planner when I first started it. I would possibly write in like my work schedule, maybe like a dentist appointment, and really there wasn't a whole lot of planning when I first started out. So I really did like the idea of covering it up with all those stickers, but now I no longer put in those large stickers every little space I use in my planner now. So now the other thing I used to do is take scrapbook paper and make cute little cutouts. Either I would cut it out by hand, or I have a punch that would punch out the scrapbook paper, and I would put tape on the back side and put it right inside the Erin Condren box, and that was mainly for decorative use. So I would just make it look pretty because I really didn't have any plans back then, so I wanted to fill up my pages with anything just to make sure that there was some cute little stuff inside the planner. Now that did change over time. A lot of times I would start making those decorative boxes white and put on the other side, and then I would put little to-do list on there. Again, this was before all of the fun Etsy stickers came out, so I definitely was a lot more creative with my planner back then, although I would say it was a lot less functional. And to go along with that, I used to strictly use colored pens in my planner. Now I think the first pens that I first started were the erasable friction pens. They were all colorful, and I really liked liked the idea of having colored pens erasable and not have like the permanent marker in my planner or have a pencil in the planner. So I really wanted it to look pretty. Like I said, I was more into decorative planning when I first started planning, so colored pens was really up my alley back then, just to make everything look so pretty in my planner. Now, of course, I'm pretty much a strict black pen. You may find me use a colored pen every now and then to make something pop, but usually it's like 1 or 2 words and then back to my strictly black pen in my planner. I just love it. All right, the other thing I used to do, and oh my goodness guys, I loved doing this. I'm glad I don't have to do it anymore, but I absolutely loved printing out my own stickers and fussy cutting every single sticker individually. I remember I would do it late at night watching movies with my boyfriend, and I would just sit there on the floor cutting out all of these stickers, and then I would put them in little baggies to make sure that every sticker was in their individual bags, so I would know exactly where my hydrate stickers were or my grocery stopping stickers were, and then I would use them in my planner. Like I said, I am so glad I don't do that anymore, even though I do love like tedious tasks like that, and the repetitiveness, it just makes me really happy for some reason. I don't know what it is, but I absolutely love doing things like that. But now that I actually have my own printer and cutter, I'm definitely much happier to have my own stickers instead of cutting them out individually. Okay, now the next thing I used to do, I kind of miss doing, although I don't need to do it anymore, is at the bottom of my Erin Condren. I used to have like a little circle sticker or a makeup sticker, and I would rotate my sticker palettes at the bottom of the page. This is when I actually had a ton of makeup before I did my huge declutter. I really wanted to try and get the most out of my makeup, so I thought that doing like a eyeshadow palette rotation would really help me to start learning what I actually really liked on my eyes, and it really did help. That's why eventually I no longer had to use it anymore. So I really don't play around with a lot of makeup anymore. I just like to wear what I already know works well for me and my skin tone, so I don't have to rotate my eyeshadow palettes anymore, but it was very useful. Now the next thing is actually the main reason why I got my planner in the first place, and that was to keep track of all of my YouTube videos. When I first started doing YouTube, like, it was a lot more makeup subscription box unboxings. Whenever I would get like a box or I had an idea for a video, I would just do the video, upload it at any certain like time of the day, even if it was midnight, and then sometimes I would just do back-to-back videos. So if I did like 3 videos that day, I would just upload all of them in the same day. And then I realized that that was probably not a very good idea, that I should probably start planning that out. It would make things a lot easier on me, so I didn't have to edit and upload and do all the descriptions all in one day, that I could actually spread those videos out throughout the week. So that has been very helpful. I still do that, like I said, but when I first started doing it, I actually took like a piece of scrapbook paper here, and it said like things to do at the top, and then I would take the coil clip connectors that we got in the Erin Condren, where it was like this piece of tape that you could put on top of the things to do list, and I would rotate that from week to week. So I would write in all of the videos that I wanted to accomplish for the month, and then I would cross them out as I got them done. Now that was actually a very handy idea. I still may go back to something like that, since I have been only doing a few videos a week and I'm starting to get back into filming a lot more. So that might be a habit that I pick up again, but I don't do it anymore. So the last three are actually all things that I kept track in my planner, but I no longer keep track of them anymore, although I probably should, and after this video, I may start doing it again. So the first one is keeping track of the weather. I used to actually keep track of all of the weather every single day. At the top of the page, I would put in like the sun or a cloud or rain or snow. And actually it was very helpful, especially when you would know it was like snowing or if it was going to rain that day. So it's nice to actually know those things in advance. I just kind of stopped doing it because I would just keep track on my phone. Although lately I've been realizing that I keep track on my phone throughout the week. I'm like constantly looking at the weather. If I put it back in my planner, I think internally I would remember, yes, it's going to rain on Thursday. But now, since I look on my phone all the time, I never internalize it. So I don't ever remember that it's going to rain on Thursday. So I may end up doing that again. Now, the other thing I used to keep track of were my steps on my Fitbit. I still have my Fitbit and I actually wear it all the time, but I no longer write down all of my steps that I took throughout the week. Now, that was actually a very good habit as well because I could see at the end of the week all of the steps that I used to take every single day, the days that I really needed to work on. So again, another habit that I let go of and probably should pick back up again. I almost feel like that could be a whole video in itself, like habits that I stopped doing that I need to do. There's definitely a lot more videos that I have planned like this coming up, so definitely stay tuned. Now, the last thing that I kept track of in my planner that I no longer do anymore is a recent change actually. I used to do it all the time, especially in my own sticker kits. I used to keep track of my hydration every day along with all of my meal planning. Now, I still keep track of the meal plans. I actually really like it. I think that it's really fun to see what you ate last week, and if you do like to meal plan ahead of time, to write down like a system on what you're going to be eating, so it's not exactly the same thing every night. Like I would get in the habit of eating chicken, rice, and vegetables like every night. So it's nice to actually switch it up and make new dishes. Now, what I stopped using were the hydrate stickers, and the main reason is because I have been drinking a lot of water, probably more than I should. I have 2 large 32 ounces of water that I finish off pretty much every single day, plus some. And the main reason is I moved to the East Coast recently. I am not familiar with this really like muggy, humid weather here, so I am like constantly sweating, so hot. I am dying from the heat here, and you'd think that it would be completely opposite where I was from Colorado and it was very dry, that I would need a lot more water there, but no. I definitely need a lot more water here. I don't know if it's just my body trying to adjust to the weather, so I really have not had the need to put in a hydrate sticker because I'm going through water like crazy. So those are all of the things that I used to do and no longer do in my planner. I'd love to hear down below some of the things that you used to do in your planner. If you guys remember doing the same things that I did and no longer do them, or if you're still doing them, you are like, Bonnie, you should really pick this up again. Definitely let me know down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and thumbs up if you liked this video. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!